Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Gustavo Tolosa, your Starch Solution Coach. And today we talk about a topic that comes up all the time in different online groups about the Starch Solution. Before we get started, let me make sure that you can hear me all right. If you don't mind, anyone, please type in a comment here so that I am sure that you can see and that you can hear well. I will appreciate it. That way, I don't find out 10 minutes from now when I'm in the middle of the presentation. I believe that the microphone is working well. I can see and hear you very well. Thank you so much. So let me clarify that I am not a medical doctor. I am a doctor in music, and I love to combine the starch solution and the whole food plant-based recipes with music. And that is why I created a show that is called The Pianist and the Chef, where I show you original recipes, easy to cook, and that are weight loss promoting and health promoting. And then at the end, I give you a little piano concert. So sometimes it's me and the violinist, or a singer and myself, etc. Today, the topic is, why am I not losing weight when I follow the starch solution? And I should add strictly, because some of you tell me that. As we wait for more people to log in, I want to invite you to take a look at Chef AJ's bundle. I call it the bundle of all bundles, the bundle on steroids. I have purchased bundles before. I have been promoting bundles before. I have never seen anything like it. And I just want you to look at it. I don't want um, to feel pressure to do anything. Just look at it, because it might even give you ideas of things you can do to um, to improve your chances at losing weight. Basically, it is a combination, a compilation, I should say, of 111 programs and videos and PDFs and broadcasts, things like that. Chef AJ thought she was going to have about 50, while she ended up with double, more than double. And these programs will help you succeed like nothing else. Some of the offerings are, of course, you have a lot of cooking webinars, including my pianist and the chef. You also have webinars or programs on detoxifying, how to make appetizing salads and salad dressings, which is a problem for some of you to find the salad dressing that you like so that you can eat a salad. Snacking, meal preparation, binging, and uncontrolled eating. There's also raw food vegan. There's also exercise programs, yoga programs, and also fitness. There is also cravings, how to handle that. Anyway, take a look. Take a look. You won't regret it. I'm just going to put the link here, guys, so that you can look at it. And if you decide to get it, you will be able to download it immediately into your computer, and you can keep it forever. You don't have to go to a website and put a password or anything like that. Some of the offerings, actually, you will see, are regularly sold for $100 or $200, and so uh, it's an incredible value of over $4,700 for just 49. You get everything for what you would pay for one program. So take a look at it, and I would love for you to get it. I already got mine. Also, yesterday I was a guest on Chef AJ's show. We worked together for many years doing webinars, and it's always fun to do something with Chef AJ. And in yesterday's program, I show you a recipe that it was a hit, and it is a hit every time you make it. I made it yesterday. I had guests last night that are not whole food plant based. They ate it all. They didn't leave me one crumb. And it is called the party potato roll because you can take it to a party or you can have a party at your house or you can, it's easy and it tastes great and it looks amazing. It looks as if it was bought at a gourmet restaurant. You will love it. Make sure that you watch the video. Let's see if I can find it. The video is on Chef AJ's channel, and all you have to do is go to her channel. But to help you out, I'm going to post it here as well so that you can watch it at your convenience. And because I want you to have that recipe. So, why am I qualified to talk about this topic today? Well, I attended the 10-day program in person in 2013. I lost 70 pounds in less than a year. I became the official webinar host and producer for the McDougall program for several years. And I learned from Dr. McDougall directly. I attended just about every 3-day intensive program, conferences, trips, and even produced 2 webinars at Dr. McDougall's home. I continue to do webinars with him from time to time. I became certified by the McDougall Health and Medical Center as a coach for the Starch Solution. And I have interviewed just about every interviewed and worked with just about every chef and doctor in the whole food plant-based world. So I think I have some experience. I don't want to sound like I am this expert because I'm not. I continue to learn. I just want to share with you what I have learned in these 9 years that I have been working quite a lot in this area of whole food plant-based world. So here we go. We're going to start the presentation. If any of you feel compelled to make a donation through YouTube, please do so. It's always very useful to continue to produce these webinars. But here we go. So when I get people that ask me why they're not losing weight, I just start to ask questions to see what's going on. So one of the things that I ask is if they have read the Starch Solution book, because sometimes I see people that become members of this group on Facebook or whatever, and they ask questions, but they haven't read it. It's like wanting to I don't know, to go to a Christian church and you don't even know what a Bible is. You haven't even read it. So it's important that if you're following the Starch Solution, that you read the book that the master wrote, that Dr. McDougall wrote, the Starch Solution. So if you haven't, it's so inexpensive, and now you can get it in electronic form, and you can get it in paper form, in I guess, and even in audio form. But I think having paper is the best because you can highlight and underline things. So please, make sure that you invest a tiny bit of money to get the book. Please feel free to write comments here or questions because I'm reading the chat and I will do my best to answer. So that's important that you read the book. It is important that you watch videos by Dr. McDougall. I have a lot of videos with Dr. McDougall in my YouTube channel here. You just have to look in the playlist and find the videos, and maybe even subscribe to my channel. That I'll really appreciate it. You can also go to Dr. McDougall's website and read the newsletters that he wrote. Those newsletters are just invaluable sources of information. So that's one thing. So what else do I start asking? I ask the person if they're eating um, enough unrefined carbohydrates. I don't like that word because carbohydrates tend to sound like like you can eat cake or cookies or basically just junk food. So I prefer to use the word that Dr. McDougall uses, which is starch. But it really is unrefined carbohydrates and it's starch. And what is starch? Well, starch is water, fiber, and nutrients. If you don't have water and fiber, you will never be satiated. You will always be hungry. If you don't have water and fiber, you will always be hungry and eventually you will fail. So it is important that you have water and fiber that creates volume, it creates bulk, it activates certain um, sensors in your stomach to let you know, let your brain know that you're full and satisfied. So, of course, um, it is important that you know what those starches are. Those starches are potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, beans, corns, legumes like lentils, peas. Also, you can have things like quinoa, millet, and many, many hundreds and hundreds of types of grains and beans and cereals. But I need to emphasize the importance of sweet potatoes and potatoes. That is how I lost weight fast and in amounts. Potatoes and sweet potatoes. Okay, so are you eating enough of those things, or are you eating some of the processed vegan foods that don't have enough water and fiber? I also say for a while, just for a while, and I mean like maybe 2 weeks, okay, maybe even 10 days. For a while, for a short while, leave out things like nuts and seeds, avocados, olives, processed vegan products, bread and pasta. Just I'm not saying that these things are not healthy because they are, and they are part of the starch solution. All I'm saying is that for a little while, for you to be able to narrow down what might be the issue here, that you're not losing weight, try leaving those out. There's such a huge variety and hundreds, I should say thousands of recipes that have uh, everything that you want and need, and they taste great and don't have those things that I mentioned, which are higher in fat and don't have as much water and fiber as the other things, the first things that I mentioned. So what this will do is an experiment that you will run for a very limited amount of time, 10 days to 2 weeks, and you will see if you um, don't lose weight still, well, then it's a little more serious, I guess, and we would have to zero in even more. And that's why I'm a coach and I can help you with that. But 99% of the time, if not more, you will lose, and then we'll see what things we can start adding and see what does to your body. So try doing that. Sometimes people are buying things like, let's say, hummus, which is wonderful and I love it. But they don't realize or they don't look at the label that the hummus that they're buying has a lot of oil, and they're eating it. Um, they're eating that hummus for lunch, breakfast, dinner, and that will slow down a lot. Your things like that can be the problem. So maybe you're buying tomato sauce that is loaded with oil as well. So you've got to really start looking at labels, and at any point, if you see oil in the label, any kind of oil, it doesn't matter what kind, just put it back. Okay. Concentrate, basically, what you want to do for these 10 days to 2 weeks, you want to concentrate on foods, whole foods, whole plant foods, I should say. So eat enough sweet potatoes to control craving if craving is one of the issues that you have. Sweet potatoes will stop cravings like nothing else. And what is uh, beneficial is that there are so many kinds of sweet potatoes that it is almost impossible to um, to be bored, because you go to the grocery store, you could go, to some grocery stores may carry two or three varieties, but other grocery stores maybe that are a little more expensive. But you don't care if they're more expensive because you're not buying the expensive stuff. You're not buying anymore the meat, the cheese, the dairy, all the other junk food. You're not buying it anymore. So you can allow yourself to go to a nicer grocery store because you're buying the least expensive things like potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, and beans. So you go to these stores and you buy five, six, every other day or so. Try and do different kinds of sweet potatoes, and you will find the one that you like. For me, is the Hana sweet potatoes. It tastes like dessert. It's like it's so sweet, and it has this vanilla flavor to it, and it's creamy, and it's like this is too good to be true, but it is. It's that good, and you will lose weight like you cannot believe it when you start eating sweet potatoes, especially if you have cravings at night. You roast the potatoes in the oven, and all that sugar is going out, and it's like, wow, I can already taste it. So that will definitely help with cravings. Another thing that you can do is talk to yourself. This works. You try it. Maybe you haven't tried it yet. Some of the things that you can tell yourself when you're about to reach or for something that you know is not going to help you. First of all, you shouldn't have it at home, because remember that environment is the number one priority. Number one. I can't say it enough. Number one, your environment has to be clean. So, but let's say that you are going to drive and go and get something, or that you have something at home that you should have. Um, then at that moment of temptation, you say to yourself, maybe say it out loud. Say, no, I don't eat that. Sometimes I say that. No, I don't eat that. Okay. Or another thing that works is, no, that's not for me. No, that's not for me. Like, I don't know, maybe there is maybe a mini skirt, let's say. You don't wear that. You don't like it. It's not for you. And you can go to the store and say that, they have it on sale, and it's almost nothing, but you don't buy. You say, no, that's not for me. That's not what I wear. Well, you say, well, no, that's not what I eat. Or you can say, no, that will hurt me. No, that will hurt me. And you eat your sweet potato, or you have your piece of fruit, or you have made these uh, whole food plant-based muffins, and you eat one, whatever it takes. Another thing that helps when you're having that weak moment is to try on a piece of clothing that is a little too tight and or that you can't wear yet, and sometimes that is very powerful. Okay. Um, Another thing is writing down everything that you eat in a day. And then at the end of the day, looking at the list and seeing if you spot something that was too much fat or too many calories, or it just didn't have enough water and fiber. Um, so that helps. And then if you have a food coach, you should show it to your food coach. And I have been able to, every time that I've helped somebody, and I still do. So if you want at any time a coaching session with me, just send me an email. But you show it to your coach, and the coach will be able to spot what it is that is going on. um, we all need carbohydrates, we all need fats, and we all need protein. The amount of protein that the regular person need, I'm not talking about an Olympic athlete or someone that exercises vigorously every day for hours, just regular people like you and me. The amount of protein that we need is extremely small. So if you eat 1,500 calories a day, which is not much, you already got your protein. Okay, don't worry about protein. Fat, everything we eat has fats. So again, we don't need large amounts of fat of any kind, and definitely we don't need cholesterol. Our bodies make the cholesterol that we need, but the main fuel that our bodies use for muscles and for brain work is the carbohydrates, the non unrefined carbohydrates, starches, better said. So I don't know if these ideas help you. I'm willing to answer specific questions if any of you would like to type them here. I am also, if you would email me questions or email me um, topics to discuss in future uh, webinars with Dr. McDougall or with Dr. Ponyman, please feel free to do so. My email, and I'm going to type it here, is info at plantimus.com. Info at plantimus.com. My website is actually plantimus.com, and that is for plants and music. That's why it's called like that. There are a lot of free resources there. So please send me topics because I want to make this useful to you, or questions, and I will definitely cover those in future broadcasts. And I'm going to keep reading the chat here in case you have any questions or comments. And I do want to encourage you to visit the website. If you're not in my email list, send me an email and tell me that you want to be in my email list. Um, I run an online book club that is free. It's been almost 2 years since I do this. It's very successful. People love it. I choose a book like the Starch Solution or like Reversing Diabetes. So I mean, any book that has to do with health and plant-based. And uh, once a week, we meet online live and we discuss a chapter that I've previously assigned for you to read. And we discuss it, we answer questions, we do comments, we help each other. I have guests, sometimes the actual author of the book. And next month in March, I have an amazing um, book club uh, that is going to start. I can't announce it yet, but it is a major celebrity doctor. And if you want to be included, please. If you already received my emails, don't worry, you will receive the email with the link to subscribe. Let's see if any of you, one of you says, I enjoy your book club. Book club sounds great. Yeah, we really, it's just like 45 minutes once a week. And it really has become, it's a very, it's a wonderful moment once a week to get together. We all know each other, many of us, because we have been in it for 2 years. So if there aren't any other questions or comments here, I'm just going to leave you one more time with the link to the bundle so that you can take a look at it. And if you have any questions about the bundle itself, let me know. And I hope that this has been of some help to you. I do have other things that I can share with you. I just didn't want to make this video too long, but if you're interested, let me know and I will do another one in the near future. Well, have a wonderful Thursday and a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you, if you're in my book club, I'll see you on Monday. And I also have a Tea with Dr. T club. It's a more intimate kind of setting with a few people. And we get together once a week and we have tea and we share. I share more personal information and stories and things that are a little more, I guess, fun. They're positive. We talk about positive things. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Okay, how do you sign up for the book club? Well, the book club that is going on right now ends on Monday. So I don't know if you would want to sign up for just the last session. All of the book clubs, all of them, have been recorded and they are in my YouTube channel right here where you're right now. You go to playlists and you click on book club, online book club, and you will see all the book clubs. They have been truly outstanding. So you can still watch them. The one that I'm going to start in the middle of March is not ready for signing up yet. But if you are in my email list, if you receive emails from me every now and then you will receive an email with the link to sign up. And if you're not in my email list, send me an email. Tell me that you want to be in my email list. And in about a week or so, you will receive an email from me with the link to sign up. It's free. There's no charge for that. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.